We're taking a live look over beautiful downtown Detroit right now, which serves as one of the backdrops for a new film. The movie is called Ovid and the Art of Love, and the film stars Corbin Bleu as Ovid, a Roman poet who is starting to make a name for himself while standing up to the emperor. The film is set in ancient Rome, but at the same time takes place in modern era Detroit, and we have a clip for you. Check it out.
Reading from his best-selling book, The Art of Love, Ovid the Love Poet. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Come on, man.
These wicked verses, too, are born of that small-town poet, Naso, appointed by naughty love. Austere people stay at a distance. This theater of illicit rhythm is by no means suitable for your tender ear.
Come on now.
To capture your desire, swear on anything you like.
Oh, he is a charmer. Joining us now to discuss the film is the director, Esme von Hoffman. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. Live from Boston this morning.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
First of all, how or what prompted the whole idea for this particular film? How did it evolve? Because this sounds interesting to be part in ancient Rome and part in Detroit.
Yeah, so since I first read Ovid in high school, I always really liked the character. He's funny, he's relatable. His story is a coming of age story and of a poet who makes his mark on the world and speaks truth to power. And so I really loved that. And I made a short as a test, and people really responded to it. And so while I was adapting it to a larger feature, I was trying to find sort of a modern day equivalent to Rome. And I thought of Detroit because it's, you know, the center of America's industrial empire. Like Rome, it has an incredible art scene, and it's also a very resilient city that has, you know, grown up despite, you know, waves of adversity. And I really wanted to work with the community, and so I spoke to people I knew, and artists in Detroit, and musicians and producers, and people liked the idea, so we sort of organically created this interesting and dynamic world.
It does look like it's very dynamic and gritty. What would you say is the main takeaway for the audience from this film?
I think it's a story about what love is and resilience. I think resilience is a big theme of it. Love can be, you know, romantic love, but it can also be love of friendship and love of cities, and how, you know, even when there's tough times, you know, the human spirit carries through, and that's Ovid's story, and that's Detroit's story.
It's something we certainly can relate to right now, indeed. How many locations did you use for shooting this film? Was it multiple places in Detroit and other cities, or where did you focus mainly?
We only shot in Detroit, except I think one scene in Cass Lake, which is a half-hour away. So yeah, it's completely shot in Detroit. We used many locations, as you can see in the film, and we made use of just the incredible architecture and also art spaces in Detroit. And so we were really lucky to be able to get that, you know, dynamic look. And I think Detroit is really a character in the film as a result.
We have 5 seconds. Where can people see the film, Esme?
Most major, any major streaming service or VOD, Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, and most, you know, cable stations as well.